I'm Miss Tatem from Bertha Sadler Young Women's Leadership Academy, and today I'm going to be teaching you ways that you can take care of the environment through the principles of Leave No Trace. These are a set of guidelines that you can use while venturing outdoors to make sure that you aren't harming the environment as you enjoy it.
The first principle of Leave No Trace is plan ahead and prepare. Before you go out hiking or camping, you want to research the place you're going and pack appropriately. You want to make sure you're ready in case there's bad weather or in case there's an emergency. The second principle is travel and camp on durable surfaces. This means to camp and hike in places where people have already camped or hiked. When we set up a tent, we want to set it up in a place where there isn't a lot of vegetation that we could be killing if we set our tent up there. If you're on a trail, try to hike in a single file line so you don't make the trail wider and kill the vegetation surrounding it. The third principle is dispose of waste properly. This means if you have any leftover food or trash, that you don't litter it, and you either throw it away in a trash can or you take it with you until you can find a trash can in order to dispose of it properly. This also means that when you're going to the bathroom in the wilderness, that you make sure you're 200 feet from a water source, and that you bury any solid human waste in what's called a cat hole that is 6 to 8 inches deep. The fourth principle is minimize campfire impacts. Campfires are super fun to have for when it's cold or when we want to toast marshmallows to make s'mores, but you need to be super careful when you're building a campfire. Make sure that fires are permitted in the area that you're in. Many places get very dry and are super susceptible to quickly catching fire with only a spark. A lot of times, you're not allowed to have fires in these areas at all. If fires are permitted, use fire rings or pits that are already established. The fifth principle is leave what you find. In order to preserve outdoor spaces, leave rocks, plants, and other natural objects where and how you found them. The sixth principle is respect wildlife. When you're out in the wild, maintain a safe distance from wild animals. You risk both yours and the animal's life when you try to approach it. You should also never feed wild animals as it damages their health and alters their natural behaviors. If wild animals become dependent on humans feeding it, they may make themselves susceptible to predators in their attempt to get food. The seventh and final principle of Leave No Trace is be considerate of other visitors. We want to be respectful of other people who are also trying to enjoy the outdoors like we are. Avoid loud noises and enjoy the sounds of nature. And make sure you're keeping track of your pet should you choose to bring them with you. I hope you enjoyed these tips and that you use them the next time you decide to venture into the great outdoors.